Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Today I am going to show you not only how to make a pastry, but how to make it into something yummy. So we are doing basic flaky pastry to make a ham and cheese slice. Here's what we need for our pastry, and here's what we need for our slice. And I will talk you through how to make white sauce. You can either do where you buy a packet and just make it up, but only use as much as you need, or you can do it the way I'm going to do it. It's basically just butter, flour and milk, and a bit of pepper. So we're just going to make up as much as we need. So first step, grab your ingredients for everything, but let's focus on the pastry first, and let's go. Okay, add in a crack of salt, it's 2 cracks of salt. Okay, we're going to rub in 1 portion of the fats, so that's with the fingertip technique. Okay, so this is going to be similar to when I did this I think it was last week. Don't worry, every week seems the same at the moment. Probably would have been last week. So what I'm actually going to be doing is folding the fats into the pastry, and then you let it rest. But anyway, I'll talk you through it as we go. Don't get scared now. So all we're doing now is we're just doing this with our fingertips so that we get the fat incorporated in. And we had half a cup of water just in the fridge. Iced water is better for making pastry. Okay. Alright. Good thing about having it cut up small is it doesn't take long to mix it in. Okay, this is the horrible part though. I need just any old spoon. I'm just going to grab for a teaspoon. And what we want to do is very gradually add some water. Because we want to make this into a dough. Chuck in the rest. Alright. Say bye to the spoon and just get your hands in there. It's quicker in the long run. I think it's quicker in the long run anyway. Sounds good. Alright. It's starting to get nice and pliable. If you think you need a bit more water, add some, but probably would try and avoid it. As you can see, I've still got a lot of flour in the bottom. Best way to do it is to just fold it into it. Just keep folding it. We are going to be rolling this soon anyway. And then once we start to get the rest of the fats into it, it will all come together beautifully. When I showed you how to do that last bit of pastry, I did that wrong. We are supposed to repeat the process 3 times. So I've actually jumped ahead one process with the pastry. So after this 20 minutes, when I get it out of the fridge and show you how to do it, that is technically going to be how we should have done it the first time. And then we should have done it the second time. So we'll be fine. We will still make pastry. Okay, so I've got a treat for you today. I'm going to work with a green bowl so you can see what I'm doing. And I've got a chopping board here and a knife. So what we're going to do, moving a little bit closer, is we're going to get our butter, which is 100 grams, and we're going to get our 50 grams of lard, and we're going to chop them all up into little pieces and then mix them together. So lard is basically a fatty thing, but it's used to help flavour pastries, and I've used it in a couple of other things as well. Basically, if you need some sort of fats in something but you don't have anything, lard is probably the better thing. So that is chopped up, and with your butter just do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a simple white sauce. We want 150 mils. So measure out how much milk you need. It's just over half a cup. So the recipe that I vaguely remember is 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour. But because we're doing it by half, we're going to do half of that. So turn that on. Once this is all melty, then we're going to add that flour. This way of making pastry is a new technique for me anyway, so I'm always trying to learn new things, and to teach all of you people that watch my show that just because something looks scary, it really doesn't mean that it is. Give it a go. Not only do you find, especially with pastry, not only do you find that if you actually make pastry, it tastes so much better, but you're also rewarded with the fact that you've actually had a go at something and it's turned out good. So this book that I'm working my way through at the moment, apart from my other books, is all about pastries anyway, so I'm going to learn some pretty weird ways of making pastry, but I guess as they say, the results speak for themselves. Okay, so you want to cut up small. So mix it into a ball and grab that lard. Okay, so mix it all in together. And then what we want to do is we want to divide it into 4 portions. I've got these 2 bowls still, so I'm just going to put 2 portions per bowl. Oh, it's just for when we go to add it into the flour, we're mixing it in differently. Okay, so grab that green bowl so you can see what I'm doing. We want 2 1/4 cups of flour. We're going to put it through the sieve. This is just so we don't have any big clumpy bits in it. Okay. You want to add just a little bit of salt. When they say a pinch of salt, that's literally just a little crack of salt. add your 1 chopped onion into the frying pan. We're going to cook that for about 3 minutes. When your butter's bubbly like this and all melted, grab 1 tablespoon of plain flour. Sprinkle that in and whisk it till it's all melted in. Okay. Gradually add that milk. Keep whisking it. All going well, that will be enough. Turn that down a little bit, but we want to bring it to the boil. Okay, once you think you're all good with that, next step is to flour out a surface that you're happy enough to roll the flour on. Okay, I'm happy enough to do it on this. Now we want to make this 35 centimetres long. You can get your measuring stick out, or you can just guess. And we want to have it 15 centimetres wide. Okay, so it's nowhere near what I want. Just keep pushing. The good thing about a heavy rolling pin is you can really put some force on it. Making pastry is dirty. I know what you're thinking. Oh, I got to clean my kitchen up now. Yeah, you do. But it tastes better than what comes out of the freezer. I know I use that quite a bit, but as I say, if I can learn another skill or technique, like making pastry, and different pastry as well, then of course I'm going to do it. This is what trying to become a cook is all about. Learning new skills, new techniques. Oh, update on MasterChef. I did not get in again. Will that stop me from trying another year? No. You know what? As they say, it's not your time. And keep pushing forward. And don't give up. Just keep learning new skills. Keep going with what you're going with. You're on the right track. Just because you don't make something one year, don't give up. Alright. I'm thinking that's probably about how big I want that. Okay. We're going to mark 3 divisions in it. I'm not measuring it. I've got a fairly good eye, I suppose, for measuring. That's one part. That's another part. Dot 2/3 of the pastry with some of the fats. So when they say dot, they mean like this. This is what gives it that flakiness when you cook it. You know, when you buy something and it's got that flaky pastry, this is how they make it. Obviously not in my kitchen, but yeah. Fold your unbuttered part over the middle and then fold it again. Alright. Seal all the edges. My guess is just fold it. Okay, we're going to put this in the fridge for 20 minutes and then we're going to be back to do that again. While that's going on, roll your pastry out. Okay, after 20 minutes, out of the fridge, roll it again. We're going to repeat that process. Okay. Imaginary line, imaginary line, and dot it in. Fold that half over, press down, fold it again, press it down. Okay, back in the fridge for another 20 minutes and then we're ready to use it. Spray a baking tray, put all 3 on, and we're going to cook these for 15 minutes. If they don't all fit, which they're not going to, grab another tray for the rest. Grab a saucepan as well and heat your 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, so turn off the heat and remove this. Give it a final stir. Okay, so next step. Get some salt and pepper. Season it. And then grab that white sauce that we made earlier. In that goes. Grab a spoon and get the rest of that out. Okay, add those mushrooms. I've had mine in the freezer for a while, but they're fine. and add your top pan. In we go. You can see it better from this side. 8 minutes. I'm going to turn the oven down to 180. Alright, we'll be back. Okay. Probably really hard to see in this stupid light. But prick it all over with a fork. That's the white. Then what we're going to do is we're going to cut it into 3 even bits. Rather nice. 15 minutes at 200 degrees, and then we pull those out of the oven. Let's go back to the rest of it. On one pastry sheet, grab half of the sauce, spread it out, put cheese on top. Put your next piece on top, put the rest of the sauce on. Spread that out. More cheese. Final one on top. Brush the egg on top. Then the rest of the cheese. Put that back in the oven for 8 minutes or under the grill. There it is, ready to go. Thanks for watching. Bye.